Hello, welcome to Hollywood Crime Scene. This is Rachel Fisher.
This is Desi, Jedeikin.
And this is part 3 of Clara Bow.
Yay.
Where we last left off. Oh, I guess I should say my sources. My sources are the book Runnin' Wild by David Sten and a lot of old newspaper articles and some old photo play magazines. Let's get into it. Where we last left off. Clara Bow is a huge star after 1927's It comes out. She also begins a romance with Gary Cooper after starring together in the film Children of Divorce. Now, at this time, she's still seeing director Victor Fleming on the side. But she can't decide between Victor Fleming and Gary Cooper.
Right. I mean, that's hard.
I mean, Clara really felt that Victor took care of her. He was older than her. He was like in his 40s. And
He's daddy.
He's daddy, but she was mommy to Gary Cooper. So she couldn't decide like which was better or worse.
It's a tough choice
for her. And she also like would say like Gary's so like hot and strong.
Yes.
So like she had that feeling about him. But she was just, like, kind of always taking care of him.
It's also, like, a very different public relationship. Like, to be with another star is, like, a whole different thing.
Yes.
Kind of, like.
Yes. Now, Gary Cooper's mom, Alice.
Alice Cooper?
Gary Cooper's mom, Alice Cooper. The first Alice Cooper.
Senior.
She didn't like the idea of her son marrying someone like Clara.
Yeah.
This friction between mom and girlfriend is ultimately what ended their relationship.
Oh.
Clara later remarked on Cooper's unwillingness to stand up to his mother by saying, "Poor Gary, the biggest cock in Hollywood and no ass to push it with."
Wow. Damn.
I mean, she really said anything in the press.
That's such a good quote.
It's a great quote.
That really spells it out. But that's crazy, though, because he wanted a mama.
Yeah.
And he had one.
He had one. But Alice was like, she is too wild.
Yeah.
Though their relationship was dead, Clara and Gary Cooper would occasionally meet up for casual sex.
She'd let him push it a few times.
And I don't blame her.
Yeah.
By June of 1927, she was back with Victor Fleming, and now he was directing her in his next film, Hula. But they broke up for good a few months later.
Oh.
I mean, he was twice her age, and she was unwilling to settle down with him at that time.
Right.
She's still in her early 20s. Clara's love life has been gossiped about for like 100 years, and one of the most salacious rumors about her appeared in Kenneth Onger's book, Hollywood Babylon.
Yes, I know it well.
Well, he asserted that Clara once fucked the entire USC football team.
That's a great rumor.
It's a great rumor. I have the real story.
Okay.
In 1927, the USC Trojans were like really good.
Okay.
It was like a hot year for the Trojans.
Yeah.
Everyone in LA was watching these guys play football. The stadium was always packed. So Clara was like, what's the big deal with these guys?
Yeah.
So she called up USC's sports publicist, this guy named Teet Carl, and she was like, hey, I want to go to a football game.
Okay.
So they went together to the October 29th game between USC and Berkeley. This is a big game. They sat right next to the tunnel where the boys would come out from the locker room. According to Carl, she took one look at those big, beautiful guys in their crimson and gold uniforms and said, where have these boys been all my life? She was especially interested in quarterback Morley Drury.
Ooh.
That night, Clara called up the frat house that Morley lived in.
Oh, my God.
She got his number. The guy who answered the phone didn't believe it was really Clara Bow on the line. He's come on. But he gave the phone to Morley. And she was like, why don't you give me your address and I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Jesus.
She said, I'll honk the horn. You can come out.
Okay.
Sure enough, Clara Bow showed up at this frat house 15 minutes later with her friend Twee, Twee Lorraine,
Okay.
she told Morley to bring a guy for her friend. So they had like a little double date.
This is crazy. Imagine like the biggest movie star today doing this kind of thing.
And like how cool you would feel in front of all your friends.
Yeah, it's so
If
funny.
like some big movie star picked you up.
Like, let's go. Like just a date.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just like randomly. So they just like drove around that night. At one point, the girls drank at a speakeasy. The boys had soda. And nothing exciting happened. They drove the boys back to their frat house, and that was it.
Oh.
But Clara did attend every home game, and then she would have the Trojans over to her house in Beverly Hills for parties.
To run a train on her?
Sadly, I don't think that happened.
Aw.
But she was hanging around these guys a lot, so it's easy to see where, like, Kenneth Unger took that and ran with it.
Right.
Joan Crawford was at one of these parties.
Oh.
She had, like, lots of rumors about her.
Yes, yes. I mean, do you think that she fucked one of these guys? It seems like likely.
I mean,
It's not like she wouldn't.
I think she did. These parties that she had at her house were pretty innocent. There wasn't even drinking happening, only dancing. Only one time it got a little rowdy. The cops were called because of noise. And I think the reason these parties were so chaste is because her dad lived with her still.
Uh-huh.
So she wasn't going to go crazy. So when Clara did want to let loose, she had a favorite spot for privacy.
Okay.
That spot was the Garden of Allah Hotel.
Oh, nice.
So that was like her regular haunt, and she would take the Trojans there.
So that's where they banged.
That was like the after party.
Got it.
So she's taken her friend Twee along with her. In the wee hours of the morning, they'd all go swimming by the pool. Unfortunately, Robert Bowe came looking for Clara at the garden one night and saw his daughter hanging around a bunch of half-naked men in her bathing suit, kind of just like, just, hey guys. He was livid.
Ugh, this guy sucks.
He dragged her out of there. He ruined the party.
He needs to get a life.
She's like 23 years old at this point.
I'm just sick of his shit.
He's so dumb. Sadly, that was the end of her late night parties with the boys.
Aw.
But I'd like to think something cool did happen there.
I agree. There's no way it didn't.
I mean, we all know the Garden of Allah was famous for being a very horny place.
Yes.
Because Alla Nazimova was a famously horny woman.
And Clara liked sex.
She loved it.
So I feel like there's no way she wasn't doing something.
Especially
with
this
these hot guys.
Quarterback.
Come on.
She at least, like, touched his penis.
Yeah. She got fingered or something.
Something happened.
Something happened.
I don't know if it's as, like,
I don't think the gangbang happened.
I don't think the gangbang happened, but I think she probably hooked up with at least one of them.
I think she hooked up, and I think people hooked up next to each other, probably. I'm not saying sex even necessarily, but like other things.
Or in the same vicinity.
Yes.
Now, last week we talked about Clara becoming the first so-called it girl. Although Clara was obviously like the most popular film actress and making Paramount Studios a ton of money, she really struggled socially among the elites in Hollywood.
Oh.
To them, she was still a poor little girl from Brooklyn with a dirty mouth. Louise Brooks said, her Brooklyn accent and dreadful manners would reproach them with their common origin, making her presence an insulting reminder of their uneasy position in high society. Basically, what Louise is getting at is, at this time, it hasn't been that long since film was considered this lowbrow art form.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time the film industry moved to Hollywood and started making serious money, it took on this air of glamour and class, but these filmmakers and producers were still afraid of being seen as like low class again.
Right. And they felt like she exposed them, their hypocrisy or their phoniness.
And their common origin.
Yeah.
They also lived in tenement buildings.
Right.
So it was kind of this like lifting the curtain.
Yes.
And it was like embarrassing.
Because she was open about it.
She was open about it. Therefore, associating with someone like Clara, it hit you close to home. Eventually, her friend Joan Crawford abandoned her when she married Douglas Fairbanks Jr.
Because she was in now.
Now she's in. She's going to pick fair.
It's very interesting throughout history to see the people who are open in themselves and free are always so hated.
I know.
It's so sick.
It
and
is
it's to this
sick.
day, it's the same thing. I
Yeah.
think there's still that exists on some level.
And I think like
people hate it.
They hate it. And I think back then, like they probably didn't call it cringe, but like Clara was probably cringe to them and she was just being herself.
Yeah, because everyone wants to present this image that's fake.
I always think about like how interesting the dichotomy between Clara Bow as an it girl versus the it girls that would come after her.
Mm-hmm.
Like she wasn't from a wealthy family. She wasn't a socialite. She wasn't an heiress. She was this dirt poor girl who made it in Hollywood. And then she wouldn't go on to hang out with the cool kids. So she kind of was like the opposite of what an it girl came to be.
Right, because the masses loved her.
Right.
And they liked her charm and personality because to them, that was them.
Yeah.
So it's like only the people who were pretending to be something they weren't hated her.
She was relatable.
Yeah.
She just wasn't this like downtown darling.
Yes.
That came to define what like an it girl meant.
Right. It's so crazy.
Or like, oh, her fashion is so good.
Yeah.
I think she was just like really relatable. So Clara didn't hide who she was, and it's not that she was less slutty or horny than any of these other starlets. She just didn't lie about it.
Right.
And she knew that. And her lack of a morals clause with Paramount was a blessing and a curse. So she couldn't be fired for kind of acting out in public or saying things in the press, but she still could be ostracized socially.
Right.
For her public behavior. She also just didn't understand or care to follow like etiquette.
Yeah.
So she showed up to dinner at the Beverly Hills Hotel wearing a bathing suit once. Like not dressed for dinner.
Right.
I think she just like didn't get things.
Yeah. I like that.
Another time she really went off the rails during a dinner at BP Schulberg's house. Now, BP Schulberg and his wife, Adeline, were very liberal. And on this particular night, they were having this judge over for dinner, this Judge Lindsay. And he wanted to meet Clara because he was this very liberal judge from Colorado who had basically been run out of town because he published a book about like the value in having sex before marriage.
Oh, shit.
So all the other judges in his conservative town were like, you're terrible.
Yeah. You can't say that out loud.
You can't. So he's having dinner with his wife at BP Schulberg's house. And Clara shows up. She's invited, but she shows up late and drunk to this dinner party.
Oh, my God.
And like the first thing she says to the judge is, "Hiya, Judge. Ben tells me you believe people ought to have their fun without having to get married, you naughty boy."
Oh, shit.
And the judge is like, oh, she's just saying it. And then she proceeded to kiss him on the mouth.
Ooh.
Like a cartoonish, like wet kiss on the mouth in front of his wife. Everyone was mortified, but that didn't stop Clara because she's like, funny, let's dance.
Oh my God.
She's like, let's get up and dance. So they're dancing together. And everyone's just kind of like staring at them like, oh my God, what is she doing? And then that's when she starts unbuttoning this judge's shirt.
Oh no.
Like,
I mean, I get the stress of that type of person.
Yes.
Where it's like, technically, I don't care, but it's like you need to know how to act in every situation. It doesn't mean you can't be yourself.
Yes.
But it's like, come on.
Well, and that, I mean, and to me, it's like, I think Clara Bow has a lot of virtues and there's a lot of cool things about her. But we all know this kind of person where it's like, okay, there's a time and a place.
Yes. And it's like, I don't really give a shit. So if I'm kind of like, that's too far, then like, you've gone too far probably. Like,
yeah.
It's disrespectful. It's not your house.
It's not your house and he's not your man.
It's just too much. Like, I don't mind her saying that, like, oh, you wrote the book about fucking before marriage. Like, that's one thing.
But to
kiss him and then to undress him?
To start, like, yeah, because she thinks it's funny. She thinks she's being funny and putting on a show and, like, acting how they think she is in the movies.
Right. It could be her partially thinking that's what they want from her. But at the same time, it's not your house. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was her house and she invited everyone, she can do whatever the fuck she wants.
It's literally her boss's house.
Yeah.
That's what's even funnier about it.
Yeah.
It's her boss's house. So Clara's, like, you know, theatrically, like, unbuttoning his shirt, like, oh, you're the horny judge.
Yeah.
Like, look at the horny judge. And then she gets to his fly on his pants, and that's when everyone's like, okay, we're leaving.
It's like that famous viral photo of the woman dressed as Babadook at the wine party.
Yeah.
It's like, just like you're not, it's not that type of party. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. In February of 1928, Photoplay magazine printed a 3-part story called My Life Story by Clara Bow, as told by Adela Rogers St. John's. Clara detailed her painful childhood, growing up poor, her friend Johnny catching on fire.
Oh my.
That's where she told this story. Her mother's mental illness. She talked about how her mom tried to kill her with a knife.
Oh my God.
I mean, she is just, like, letting it all out in this piece.
She's like, so give me a little grace.
Basically.
When I make these mistakes.
Like, I mean, she is saying stuff that, like, no other stars are saying at this time.
Oh my God, they all had such curated personas at this point.
And she's just letting it all hang out. She's like, yeah, I come from a bunch of mentally ill people.
Yeah.
My mom tried to kill me with a butcher knife.
Can you imagine? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, reading this.
And it is like a juicy 3-part story that was across 3 issues.
Oh, wow.
That's how long and how much she spoke about this. This only added to the sentiment that Clara Bow was, like, this uncouth woman.
Right, because why she's spilling all this?
She's spilling all these
secrets.
Like, airing her dirty laundry.
Yeah.
And people just, like, did not do that, especially a big star.
Today, everyone does it. But back then, it was not done.
It was just not done. Like I said before, Clara was not a woman about town hanging out with the cool kids. Her friends weren't glamorous or fancy, and if she ever was invited to a party, she'd inevitably commit a social sin with a dirty joke or do some other objectionable behavior. Like, she would always kind of put her foot in her mouth or embarrass herself or do something that was like, that's not normal.
Yeah.
Her own co-star, in the movie Children of Divorce, Esther Ralston, didn't invite Clara to the rap party that she was hosting, which is really sad.
Yeah.
And Clara found out about it. And she was like, I heard you having a party. And Esther's like, oh, yeah. Do you want to come? And she's like, no.
Oh, boy.
Pretty sad. Let's take a quick break here. We'll be right back. Around this time, Clara was hospitalized for appendicitis. She had also been having irregular periods. She'd had 2 periods a month.
Oh.
And so the doctor recommended removing not just her appendix, but also her ovaries.
Oh, my God.
And Clara was like, no, you can't take my ovaries. I only want my appendix removed. So she just had this, like, what's it called?
Appendectomy.
Appendectomy.
That seems like an extreme option.
It seems pretty extreme.
Like, let's just get rid of your ovaries. It's like, she's in her early 20s, sir. Like, she might want children.
And she did eventually want a family.
Yeah.
While in the hospital recovering, she developed a crush on a 26-year-old intern named Earl Pearson.
Oh, boy.
So he's this, like, new young doctor who's interning at this hospital. And she's like, boy, he's real cute. And he liked her, too. I mean, why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
They got into a relationship, and this would be her first serious one since Victor Fleming. Unfortunately, Earl was married. He had a wife back in Texas, and that's where he was from.
Okay.
And she's like, waiting.
Why was he there?
He was doing a residency at this hospital.
Oh, my God.
Now, Clara had always had this no married men policy.
Okay.
She's like, it's okay.
Except for Victor Fleming.
Well, no, that was just his girlfriend.
Oh, okay. I thought
like,
he was married.
That was like her rule, or she's like, it's okay if they have a girlfriend, but if
Right.
they're married, no go. But I guess Earl was just too good to pass up that she broke this rule.
Mm.
That summer, Clara rented a house in Malibu, and she had a lot of parties for her friends. Around this time in the book, Clara talks about going to see Bela Lugosi
Oh.
because he was like not a huge star yet, but he was in the play Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
And she went backstage to congratulate him. Now, the book says she then invited him home. So I don't know if that meant back to the Malibu house for a party or to have sex.
Wow.
But she did see him again
Okay.
after that. Like, he was at her house.
Okay.
I think they fucked.
I mean, why not? Right?
Yeah. I think she was turned on by the accent.
I mean, Dracula's like a sexy character. Famously, like, people like that.
He's like the most sexy of all the horror characters.
Dracula.
Is there a hotter horror character than Dracula? I don't think so.
I mean, who could compete? What are you going to... Maybe the Wolfman.
Well, if you're into that.
Like Frankenstein, no.
No
one wants that. Sorry.
Not even Jacob Elordi.
No.
For me.
The Invisible Man.
The Invisible, no. What's he got?
What does he look like?
What is he? We don't know what he looks like.
Let's see that. You have to throw paint on him. Fucking see him.
I'm not fucking a guy with paint all over him.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Dracula.
A
Vampires. Mummy? No. No.
The Blob?
Well, no.
He's not hot.
I think the only possible thing is Wolfman, because you're kind of like, ooh, attack me. Right. You know, like you want to be thrown around.
Or Burly, like if you're into bears.
If you get him before he's full wolf, you know?
Where he's just like kind of a hairy guy.
He's getting a little hairy.
He's getting
like once they're infected, but they're not changed yet.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like eating raw meat and stuff. Like,
then you could fuck that. You can fuck that. So
you know they're going to eat pussy from behind.
They're going to eat pussy from behind. They're going to fuck you hard. Dracula and the Wolfman, definitely the hottest in the horror universe.
Absolutely. It's decided.
Period.
So Bella is benefiting from this association.
From being Dracula and from being like a Hungarian man with a hot accent.
And I'm sure he was hotter when he was younger.
Let's take a look at what he looked like then.
Before he was like addicted to morphine and like old.
Should we do a Bela Lugosi episode?
Yeah, of course.
Maybe Halloween time?
Yeah, we should.
I love that we just came up with that.
I mean, I love the Ed Wood movie.
Yes.
With him and like his character in it is so good. So I know he has a story.
He's got a story.
We should do all the horror movie actors.
That's a great idea.
Or like horror movie, whatever. The old horror movie.
Golden Age Scream Queens and Kings.
We could do like James Whale too.
Yes. Golden Age
horror. Yeah. That's for
Scream,
October.
Queens and Kings. Yes. That is October.
Yeah.
2026. I think it'll be good. You heard it here first.
This is how we work.
This is how we work.
Did we find him hot?
I'm going to pause and look up an old picture of him.
Okay.
Now I'm looking at a promotional picture from 1927 from the stage play Dracula. He has the like old-fashioned Dracula makeup on, so I can't really tell. Like his eyebrows are pretty extreme.
I mean, I'm looking at a bunch of pictures of him when he's young. Okay. He definitely has an aura.
He's got a vibe.
But sometimes he does have a little crazy eye.
I mean,
thing happening.
That could be good.
I don't know if it's intentional. Like he's trying to look a little crazy.
Because every picture of him is like, it's like promo for being Dracula.
I mean, he's not like super hot.
No.
But like, I feel like if he had the right personality, like.
Here's a hot picture of him.
He's not ugly.
He's not ugly.
But he has a very distinct look. He's very Hungarian.
He's very Hungarian.
Does he have blue eyes? Because his eyes are chilling sometimes.
I think he does.
Like, see, the thing is, he's not hot in the Dracula movie.
No, he's
like,
not.
It's like not even scary.
He's
or
not.
Like, but younger, I can see.
Yeah. I mean, the hottest Dracula is Gary Oldman, I think.
Ooh, yeah. I agree.
Like, especially when he, like, hits the town with his sunglasses.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt is pretty hot, too.
Well, he's not Dracula.
Oh, I thought I was thinking vampire.
Oh, vampire. Well, then we have like
well, there's a lot. I was like, yeah, there's a lot of vampires.
There's a lot of
the hottest Dracula. You're right. It is Gary Oldman.
I
can't think of like another
he's the
one.
hottest one.
I agree.
And a lot of people's sexual awakenings, well, maybe just one of my friends, was when Gary Oldman is the wolf fucking
See,
Lucy.
This is what I'm talking about. Wolves can be hot.
I think so. I think
there's an animal energy there.
There's an animal
that
energy
you want to see maybe in a man, but you're like, okay, it's a wolf. They're not fully wolf yet. It's okay.
Yeah, it's different because he's like a wolf beast creature cryptid in that scene.
Right. It's like also sometimes the wolves are a little more hyper muscular than hairy.
Yeah.
Then those are you're kind of like, okay, I can work with that.
I could work with this. More like a person. Yeah.
With a dog face though, you can't.
No.
You don't want them like licking your face.
We're not talking about actual animals here. We're talking about cryptids.
Yes.
Okay. So where were we? We were deciding if Clara Bow fucked Bela Lugosi.
Yes.
I think they did.
I think she fucked anyone she wanted to. So why wouldn't she do that? Like he's so hot as Dracula, right? Like, and I mean hot, like everyone's like loving this performance.
Yeah.
It's like a big deal.
Just do it. Why not?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Clara's best friend Twee got arrested by immigration.
Oh, no.
Now, she was a New Zealand citizen with no visa, and now she's facing deportation. She was ratted on by Clara's former housekeepers.
What?
Clara had recently fired these women for pocketing money that was supposed to be used for groceries. Twee was the one who discovered this and told Clara.
So they're like, we'll get you, bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The housekeepers also told the police that Twee had a venereal disease.
They're like, let's just throw that in. Let's just add that.
And that was a problem for Twee because that prevented her from being able to post bail for like a whole weekend. I guess they wanted to quarantine her. I don't know why.
Really?
But they were like, you can't get out of jail. You got to.
She's like, come on.
VD.
I wonder if that would help make you get deported. Like if you had some disease,
I
right?
think that was like why they said that. And
yeah.
I think that was their thought was like, oh, she's carrying a disease.
We don't want her in our country. Like some kind of like old school.
Yeah, it's just stupid. After she was released on bail, Twee decided that she had to get married to an American. And the American she chose to marry was Robert Bow.
Ew.
Clara Bow's father.
I'm sick.
Now, Twee is 21 years old.
Ugh.
She's 2 years younger than Clara Bow. And Robert at this time was 53.
This is disgusting.
Robert was into it. He's like, yeah.
But is this just a marriage to help her or are they fucking?
It's a marriage to help her, but I do think there was some sex happening, unfortunately.
Because of course he's going to try to get it.
Yes. He was not just doing this to help her out. He was just disgusting. Now, the book asserts that Twee was rumored to have been a lesbian, and it was Clara that she was in love with. I don't know if that's true or not. Fortunately, the marriage to Robert Bow did not last long. Twee had a suspicion that he had been bringing girls back to Clara's house in Malibu, and she needed something on him to make the divorce easier.
Oh, good.
So she snuck over there one night to confirm this, and when she got to the house, she heard sex noises. She's like, yes. And so she shined her flashlight in the bedroom window, and she said she saw, quote, 2 of the barest asses any of us are likely to see.
Dude,
so, yeah.
I love that description.
Bare asses.
I know exactly what it means.
I know what it looks like.
The barest ever.
In the moonlight.
It's too bare.
It's too bare. This was good news. Now this divorce would be easy. Unfortunately, Clara was really hurt by all of this. She kind of saw them as like a little family.
Aw, that's so sad.
Even though it was like pretty gross, Clara, in her head, she's like, I mean, there's a lot of psychology behind this and like a lot, you can unpack so much here. But she was like, she felt betrayed by Twee.
Right.
So they broke up as friends. She's like,
Aw.
we can't be friends anymore if you're going to divorce my dad.
That's crazy. I'm sick of that she has this loyalty to her loser dad.
She does. And when she does press and like talks about her fucked up childhood, like she'll defend her dad, even though her dad was terrible.
Her dad raped her.
I know.
Why is she forgetting this?
I don't think she remembers at this point.
She's like blacked it out.
Yes. It's not going to be until later that she
Got it.
just uncovers that.
Oh, I see.
But
so it's like a later uncovered memory.
It's a later uncovered memory.
Got it.
Her dad still was really shitty. Like, he was a drunk.
Right.
He obviously exploited her.
But that makes more sense because a lot of abused kids can like, act like it's not that.
Yeah.
To kind of self-pervert.
Yeah, I think it's like, at least he's not my mother.
Yeah.
So, and that's the only dad she knew.
Right. And he was gone a lot.
He was gone a lot as a kid. That's the last time she saw Twee.
That's sad.
Later that year, Clara's boyfriend's wife came to visit from Dallas.
Oh, no.
Her name was Elizabeth Pearson, and she figured out that her husband was having an affair. And then she figured out who it was with. Clara Bow. I think she hired a private detective.
Oh, my God.
She told Earl, look, I'm going to divorce you and I'm going to sue Clara Bow. Clara was freaked out because if this got out to the press, like, it was one thing to be known as like a little wild and unconventional, but it was another to be seen as a homewrecker.
Right. You don't want to be sued in someone's divorce the other woman.
Yeah, she thought that was like a bridge too far and that like people would not be happy with her and they would turn on her. Paramount didn't want that either. So they were like, we're on it. We got to fix this situation. With the help of a lawyer and her publicist, they launched into a plan of action. Dr. Earl Pearson was sent back to Dallas. They're like, get out of here. You're going back to Dallas. And a statement was drafted in case the story broke. They would basically say in this statement that Clara never knew he was married and that they weren't even that serious.
Okay.
And the trust that had been set up by the studio as a reward for Clara's good behavior was now being taken away.
Oh.
If you remember last week, we talked about part of this morals clause was like, and we'll put money aside for you in a trust for each month you're on your best behavior. Well, this was like, okay, we're taking that.
You blew it all.
You blew it all. Studio lawyer Harry Hesburn offered Elizabeth Pearson $30,000 to keep Clara's name out of the divorce suit and to change her reason for filing from alienation of affection to failure to provide. She accepted that deal.
Okay.
So all in all, this cost $56,000 to fix.
So probably similar to what's in the trust.
Well, the trust had $26K in it.
Oh, so more than the trust.
But then Paramount personally paid Elizabeth $30K to keep Clara's name out of it. By the end of the year, talkies. It's talkie time. Talkies have become the hot new thing in cinema. Warner Brothers' The Jazz Singer had come out the previous year in 1927, and that was the first feature-length sound film. In 1928, Paramount released their first partial talkie. It was called Beggars of Life, but it only had a few lines of dialogue in it. Later that year, they released their first all-talking film. It was called Interference. Then the studio announced that by 1929, all of their films would be sound films. The silent era was coming to an end. This put film actors on edge.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, well, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Like, what's going to happen to us? Everyone was worried about how their voices would translate to film. When actors heard their recorded voices for the first time, it was shocking to them.
Yeah.
Like, you know how it is first, when you hear yourself on a recording, you're like, oh, I sound terrible.
Right.
Well, they're hearing themselves and they're like, ugh, like, no, I don't want to hear that.
It's also like a completely different acting style.
Correct.
Yeah.
Silent film acting is very different. There's a lot more over-the-top emoting and expressiveness to sort of translate what's going on without words.
It's kind of like performing on stage versus film. Like,
yes.
It's like very similar.
So many things about this would change, and this is just from an actor's perspective, not even getting into
The technical
stuff with the filmmakers. There's now all this technical stuff with the actors that they have to relearn and figure out and do like this entirely different way. Some actors were worried that Paramount's sound engineer Roy Pomeroy was doctoring their voices because they were so kind of shocked by how their voice sound.
Right.
They were like, he's doing something.
That's so funny.
He's doing something to my voice. And they were kind of scared of him because they're like, well, he has the power to like destroy my career.
Yeah.
Like he could make me sound like an idiot.
Like raise the pitch or something.
Right. Raise the pitch or make me sound like really deep voice
Yeah.
or like really stupid. This was not the case. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Hearing their own voices like that. Clara was cast in her first talkie, 1929's The Wild Party. This is another like college comedy romance romp, whatever. She heard her voice for the first time and she panicked. She thought she sounded terrible. And she also got nervous that her stutter would return. And it kind of did, like, because it would come out when she was really nervous.
Yes.
So there was a lot of nerves doing this whole new thing. And so she's like stuttering on set and she's like, I'm through.
Oh, no.
I'm finished. But the film came out. I've watched parts of it online. Like, I think she sounds great. I think her acting style translated well. She's still like, she just looks great. But she had a lot of insecurity during the course of this production. Sound films created other new hurdles for actors. Now everybody had to be really quiet on the set. There was no more air conditioning.
Ooh.
So things would get really hot. Movements had to be really deliberate. Words had to be enunciated. So actors were now hiring voice coaches to ensure they didn't embarrass themselves on the screen. During filming of The Wild Party, Clara started dating a boxer named Jimmy Dundee. He was a boxer turned stuntman. That's all there is about that guy. But she's dating again. That film was released that spring, and it did well at the box office, and Variety praised Clara's performance in it. Around this time, Clara made a new best friend, Paramount hairdresser Desi DeBeau. Clara had met Desi a few years earlier on the set of It, but now they'd become super close, and Desi was the only person she trusted with her flaming red hair. Clara confided in Desi about how annoyed she had been with her dad lately and everyone else she felt who had taken advantage of her, about how when her contract was up with Paramount, she wanted to retire. So she's like just kind of spilling everything to her. And Desi was like, well, you need to do something about it. You need to make some changes. But Clara was this people pleaser, and she just like did not have the heart to kick her dad out of her house and make him get a job because he's not even managing her anymore. He's just like loafing and like hanging around set sometimes and making people uncomfortable. But she can't tell him to stop. One day, BP Schulberg told Desi that Clara needed help clearing out all the clutter in her house. And this is how Desi would end up becoming both Clara's hairdresser and personal secretary. The idea was kind of foisted upon her by Schulberg. Schulberg wanted Desi to spy on Clara for him and report back any information of what was going on, but Desi refused. Now, Clara's house was a cluttered mess. It needed repairs. There was like termites. It was dirty. And worst of all, Clara was behind on her mortgage. She was making a lot of money, and she didn't spend a lot of money on food or clothes or jewelry, so where was all this money going? Desi suspected her business manager, Bogart Rogers, was bogarting her money, and also the dad. The dad was leeching off of her. And she also was like, what's this housekeeper doing? The housekeeper's not doing a good job cleaning the house. Like, everyone's kind of just taking advantage of Clara Bow, spending her money. Why is she behind on her mortgage? That's crazy. She also had a cousin that was staying with her at her house and mooching off of her. His name was Billy Bo.
Ew.
And Ew.
I'm sick of these people.
The Bowmen.
Yeah, they
The
suck.
Bowmen gotta go.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to be a Paramount star.
Oh, come on.
But he's just like crashing at her house. Daisy took charge though, and she immediately kicked Billy Bo out of the house. She's like, get out of here. And then she cut Robert off from Clara's money.
Good.
Robert was pissed, but Daisy was a tough woman, and she made Robert leave the house and get his own place. And he did. He listened to her. He got his own apartment. But Clara would, like, help her dad on the sly with money. Pretty soon, though, Daisy was running Clara's whole life. She was making all kinds of decisions for her. She was telling her what to eat and what to wear and, like, how to have a better image for herself. And told Clara, look, you got to start saving money. So, like, some of it, not all of it was, like, annoying advice. Like, she was, like, doing some good things. Like, she did tell her, like, you need to save your money and stop letting these people mooch off of you. She convinced Clara to put half of her salary in a trust. She also opened a joint checking account with Clara. So Daisy told Clara, Daisy was also like her financial advisor. She's like, this is how much money you can spend every month.
Okay.
And Daisy would pay her own salary as a secretary.
Okay.
She paid herself $75 a week. Around this time, Clara got a phone call from a guy named Harry Richmond. Harry was an actor, singer, a nightclub owner, and a big-time slut.
Ooh.
And he had just been cast to star in 1930s Puttin' on the Ritz. There it comes up again.
Yeah.
The film's producer, Joseph Schenck, who we've talked about, he recommended Harry get into a romance with a movie star to drum up publicity.
Oh.
He's this big impresario from New York. He has this, like, very successful career as this, like, nightclub owner and host and singer. He's, like, does stage. Now he's come to LA. He wants to, like, really make a splash in the business. And so Schenck is like, you need to hook up with a hot starlet.
Yes.
And I have the perfect one for you, Clara Bow. And Harry was like, yes, she is so hot. He was so horny for her.
Good.
So this was, like, great for him. Harry invited Clara to come to his house for dinner, and they ended up falling in love for real.
Oh, nice.
Although Louise Brooks would later call Harry, quote, a ham who exploited her.
Oh.
In Harry Richmond's own memoir, he described what it was like being out on the town with Clara Bow, how everyone was staring at them and how awesome it was. He was like, oh, everyone was taking pictures of us.
He loved it.
It was so cool.
He called the paparazzi. He's like the type who calls the paparazzi.
Yeah, he's that guy. He's that guy. It wasn't long before the couple declared that they were engaged. When asked if this was all a publicity stunt, Clara told the press, look, we're in love. And besides, he was already rich and successful before he met me.
Okay.
So he's not taking my money.
Right.
They were, like, really into each other, especially sexually. Harry said one of the greatest things about Clara was that she had an appetite for lovemaking that was at least the equal of mine. Every time I was ready, she was. And believe me, there was hardly an hour I was not ready. The instant I saw her, I was ready. And 20 minutes later, I would be ready again.
Ew.
That's,
I don't know.
They were having a lot of sex.
I just picture him getting hard all the time. It's like, can you leave me alone?
I think he was. I really think he was. He also bought them a bearskin rug so they could have sex on it.
Jesus. It's like a cliche.
Yeah. Although maybe in 1929 it was new then.
That was like where it started.
Maybe that's where it started.
That's so funny.
Like fucking on a bearskin.
Look what I got.
Did it have the head? Like
I always picture it
with the open
head,
mouth and the feet.
And you're like, your head's on it, the head.
He's like resting on it like a pillow.
That's where you put your pelvis when they go down on you.
Oh.
I don't know.
He also got her a Great Dane. as a pet.
What?
He like spoiled her.
Great Danes are so weird.
They're so
I'm sorry.
big.
Why are they so big?
Why are they so big?
They're just like, then also they die like really young or something because their hearts can't like maintain that big body.
Oh,
It's kind of sad.
that is really sad. I'm always astonished whenever I see one in person.
It's like the first time I saw a real moose.
Yes.
And you're like, wait, they're that tall?
You can't believe they're that big. And a Great Dane is essentially a pony.
And they're like, no offense, but very dumb
Are
and
they?
big. I
Are they
think
dumb?
so. Because they're so big. I remember seeing some kind of video once and I was like, what the hell? They're big and dumb? Like, it's just like a bad combo. I'm sure they're very sweet.
I think they're really cute, but they are very large. And that is like I think it's annoying if you got like, I mean, I think it's like, I mean, I guess if she wanted it, if she was like asking for a dog.
Right. To buy someone a Great Dane, you have to know they want that.
You have to know they want a large dog.
That's such a large dog. Imagine someone just giving that to you and you're like, excuse me.
That
what am I going to do with this?
The largest dog.
I think it's the largest dog, like height-wise, but I think there are beefier ones.
Like a Saint Bernard.
Like they weigh more, but maybe this doll is very tall.
It's a tall dog.
It's tall.
It's really tall. He also bought her a baby grand piano and he would play it and sing love songs to her.
I mean, it sounds like a gift for himself. That's also, though, I have to say, you got to know someone wants a baby grand.
Yeah.
It's a large item. Does he only buy large items?
I think
give me a fucking bracelet.
These are 3 large items that also you have to know are going to work in someone's house.
Yeah, like not everyone has room for a baby grand.
Or
you need a lot of space, right? Like,
you need space.
It can't be cramped in a corner.
Yeah. I mean, she had a relatively modest house for most celebrities.
That's what I remember.
Of that day. She was really into like eccentric, kooky decor.
I feel like the bearskin rug you can make work.
Yeah.
But the other 2 things, come on.
The Great Dane is like...
If you have a small house, do you have a huge horse running around? It's Marmaduke ass.
It was Marmaduke a Great Dane?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Marmaduke, that's like the most famous Great Dane.
He's the most famous one. Clara's next film was 1929's The Saturday Night Kid. This film featured a then unknown Jean Harlow in her very first speaking role. But Clara did not have a good time making this movie. There was nothing wrong with Jean Harlow. She was great. She liked Jean Harlow. It was just like, I don't know. The book was like she was really fat the book kept talking about her weight.
Oh.
And the book was like everyone was remarking on how fat she had gotten.
So she was probably fine.
Yeah.
And they were just like,
yeah.
Oh, she gained a pound.
Yeah, I think she gained a couple of pounds. But I didn't see any information that Clara was upset about that. I really don't think that kind of stuff mattered to her.
Right.
So I don't know, but she apparently didn't like the director. She called Edward Sutherland a lousy, no good bastard. So that's how that film went. On top of this, she was starting to get irritated with her fiancé, Harry.
Uh-oh. She's like, stop buying me these large items, you dumbass.
It all came out one morning when they were at Clara's Malibu house with Artie Jacobson and his girlfriend. Harry was in the kitchen going on and on about this omelet that he invented.
Wow. That really said a lot to me. This is like the straw that broke the camel's back. I have a feeling she'd been putting up with a lot, right? Like,
I think so. And this was honestly like, she snapped at this.
Yeah.
He's going on and on. He's like, I invented this omelet. It's a hangover cure omelet.
Okay.
I looked up this omelet to see, because he said he's like, we serve it at my nightclub, Club Richmond.
Okay.
I looked up this omelet. I typed in Harry Richmond omelet. And wouldn't you know what popped up? That fucking Man versus Food guy. His name is Adam Richmond.
Oh, no.
So I just kept getting results for like Adam Richmond eats a huge omelet.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
No,
that's disgusting.
I hate when you can't. No, I think you should be able to tell a search bar. No, Not that.
Not that.
Take that out of the search.
Take Adam Richman out of the search.
Yeah.
I am looking for Harry Richman and his allegedly miraculous omelet that cures a hangover. What could have possibly been in that?
I bet you had like a lot of like hot sauce.
Interesting.
Maybe. I don't know.
Hot peppers.
Because hot sauce is good when you're hungover, I think. Right?
Unless it irritates your stomach.
I don't know.
I just don't know what he could have been putting in this thing.
I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna
like hair of the dog.
I'm gonna like alcohol. Like there was a tequila soaked
he
omelet.
He does like a flambe on it.
Right.
The end. Vodka. I don't know.
I'm gonna look more into this. See if there's anything in the newspapers about it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you find stuff like that.
This is a great example of the book should have given us the recipe.
That's because a guy wrote this book.
They never know what we need.
I don't know what maybe he didn't know. Maybe there wasn't information.
Or maybe it was just a fucking omelet.
Maybe it was just eggs.
Yeah. Like maybe it was just a fucking omelet that he's putting all this like, you know, can do this on it. And it was just like eggs.
Well, he's boasting about and bragging to everyone there. He's like, I'm making my world famous omelet.
Yeah.
He serves the omelet to Clara, and she looks at it and she says, "This is from Club Richmond." Harry was like, "Yeah." And Clara barked, "Well, send it back." Then she picked up the omelet and threw it in his face.
Wow.
So that was like her last straw with him.
Wow.
This omelet.
Yeah.
Harry didn't even get mad. He was so down bad for her at this point.
Shit.
He was like, "Oh, I love you.
It's okay. Sorry.
I love you." He ended up buying her some expensive jewelry to apologize for this omelet. And then he took her on a trip to Agua Caliente because she loved gambling. Harry was so down bad for Clara that when he caught her cheating on him with the croupier? It's French.
I don't know, yeah.
The dealer guy from the casino. He cried, yes. But then he went on to buy her more expensive gifts.
This is the exact wrong move because she's probably disgusted by him.
She is.
Yeah.
At this point. Yeah. She's like, this is so embarrassing.
Oh my God, you're pathetic.
Because she's just like fucking guys, not even trying to hide it.
Yeah.
One night he followed Clara in his car, and guess where she drove to?
Gary Cooper's
house.
Oh my God.
She drove to Gary Cooper's house, and he was like, "No."
That can't feel good.
And he waited outside, but of course, like she was in there a long time.
Why wait outside is so embarrassing.
He ended up leaving because it was taking too long.
He's like, ugh.
He confronted her about this. He's like, "I saw you. I know you went to Gary Cooper's house." And she was like, "Look, this is what you're going to get from me.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. This is who I am. This is what I do. Nobody owns me." Harry's response, buy her more jewelry. He bought her a $5,000 engagement ring. Now, in 1929 money, that would have been like $94,000 today.
So they're not engaged though.
They were engaged.
They were.
But they didn't, it was like casual.
Yeah, got it.
They like told the press we're going to get married.
Okay.
But now it's like official. And she was like, okay.
Oh.
She accepted. Clara sat down with journalist Lois Shirley for the October 1929 issue of Photoplay magazine. Now, this piece takes a really skeptical tone about Harry Richman.
Oh.
It's like another romance for Clara Bow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She loves this guy. They listed like a list of all of her.
Right. Once again,
she has a new love. Then it talks about how stressed out she's been, noting that there were multiple bottles of sedatives on her nightstand. It's kind of just like blowing up her spot, even though in this interview, Clara did let out a lot of stuff. Like, she was very honest in this interview, brutally honest, as she usually was. Clara said, "They yell at me to be dignified. But what are the dignified people like? The people who are held up as examples to me. They're snobs, frightful snobs. I'm a curiosity in Hollywood. I'm a big freak because I'm myself." She lamented how all she did was work. And then she said, "Really, I'm at my breaking point. My contract has 2 more years to go. Maybe after that, maybe I might resign. Maybe I might have enough money to go away and stay away. The piece ended by saying, one of the most famous women in pictures is a pitiful, tired child who is called to life and only heard an echo.
Jesus.
And that's where we'll leave off this week. I'm hoping to wrap it up next week.
Okay. Damn. They really dragged her ass.
They kind of dragged her in that.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
I mean, she's kind of a frustrating person in a way that she kind of is her own worst enemy in these situations with these interviews. Like,
right.
It's like she shouldn't give them that information. And also it's like, clean up your pills before they come over. Like, just like, do you know what I mean? It's
right.
like,
and there's another
I get
example.
being yourself, but like also you can kind of keep some things behind the veil. Like,
she would have loved TikTok.
Yeah.
She would have loved spilling.
It's weird to think back that there used to be a time when not everyone did that.
Yeah.
Because it was definitely more shocking when she would.
And still today, I mean, even if she were a star today, it still would have been like, whoa, she really lets it all hang out.
Oh, yeah. For a star, for sure. Now everyone just tells everything.
Right.
But usually stars are still... But that's why it's sort of shocking when one does sort of expose something. You're like, oh.
Or get really personal.
In their memoirs or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll get into some legal stuff next week and more.
Okay. Yay. See
That's
ya.
it. Bye.
Bye.